Anyway, we're going to talk about...
There you go. Wow.
There was a guy that was trying to enjoy his rooftop, and there was a couple up there that were breaking up. So he goes onto Twitter, this guy Kyle Ayers, and he said, now that I can't enjoy myself, I'm going to live tweet this breakup. And that's all the rage nowadays. The celebrities, when their shows are airing on TV, they live tweet their thoughts, and people get really into it. So live tweeting is a thing.
I have a question really quickly, though, about live tweeting. Have you ever been watching a television show?
Uh-huh.
Like you following a series, and maybe, you know, a new episode comes out a day ago,
and you haven't watched
you
it
weren't
yet.
able to watch it yet, and then you're scrolling through your Twitter, and you see, like, oh, Jake died, and you're like, damn it!
Yeah.
Like, what the
Spoilers.
hell?
No, it's true. I actually unfollowed somebody that was live tweeting about Scandal because this past week was
You watched
a really...
Scandal?
Yes.
I'm going to start this weekend.
Oh, it's
I'm
great.
excited.
And this past week was a very, very huge episode.
Oh.
And so I was like, I have to unfollow her. I haven't watched it yet.
Right.
I don't watch it in prime time.
Right. No, you don't have time. I don't have time to watch things in prime time. I've got a life in prime time.
Yeah.
You know?
I watch it the next day usually.
Do a
It's
little-
available online.
Do a little legal streaming.
So anyway, this guy live tweets. He tweets, a couple is breaking up on my roof right now. I was just trying to enjoy the view. Now I will live tweet the breakup. # roof breakup. So he goes on to attribute quotes to this couple, and they are hysterical.
Do you want to be the girl? I'll be the guy.
Okay. I don't have the full
Oh, I do.
conversation.
Oh, you don't? It's the BuzzFeed one.
I don't have... Oh, maybe I do have the BuzzFeed one. Let me access my email.
All right. Well, really, this guy stinks,
I
though.
do. Is it the link I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
This
I
guy
have it.
stinks.
Let it load.
He is really just not a nice person.
Okay,
From what I
according
got.
to... And this guy that live tweeted was a writer and a comedian, so he's getting a lot of buzz right now. All right, so... Does it start with I'm not looking for marriage?
Yep. All right, that's your part, though.
All right,
You're
I'm gonna
taking
be the
acting
girl.
classes. I'm taking acting classes next semester, so this is probably a good transition.
All right, get into it.
Okay. Are you going to do a voice?
I'm going to just do my regular voice.
All right.
I'm not looking for marriage, just what's right below marriage.
Well, I can't say that next line.
You have to just
Submission
attribute...
consistent. Your roommates are blankety blanks.
Don't let me live with them then.
That's a good point by her. That's a real good point. And then for some reason, I just scream, not on the roof.
You never let me talk. They both say this at the same time. I can't be with someone who is so... what? Stop.
Right. Everyone told me New York wasn't for me. What does that even mean?
She must have moved to New York to pursue her. Then she goes, you're so cruel sometimes.
At first she seems like she's over-exaggerating. But at this point now, my phone buzzes.
Yep.
Bzz, and I say, it's a text from my coworker, a work text.
Let me read it then. Give me the phone.
You don't need to see my phone to trust me. And we've all said that line. Everybody has said that last line right there. You don't need to see my phone to trust me.
It says you still.
Oh, gosh, again. I just sometimes want to hang out with my friends and my not you friends. And everybody said that one, too. At least every guy has.
She cannot understand.
Oh, well. Okay, so those were the only times I lied to you, right? Can we agree on that?
This must be, he's not catching everything.
I'm not. Say something else about my friggin' wardrobe.
She must be hypercritical of his clothing.
I know, what a jerk.
Do you see yourself living with me within a year?
I can't think in terms like that. Time and stuff, Rachel.
Oh, we've got a name.
We've got a name. And then
still
it's
you.
and you think I'm immature? Calling people immature is immature.
Ooh.
That's a good comeback by me there. And then I say, stop shivering.
She's probably
because
cold.
You're bothering me with your body shakes.
Well, my roommates are always like, where's your boyfriend? And I'm like, and stuff. She doesn't seem too articulate.
And at this point, I've smoked about 4 cigarettes.
Okay.
And I'm just puffing them. You know, I'm in and out, just throwing cigarettes back like there wasn't none. And I'm gonna say, just tell me what you want, but don't make it something freaking gay.
Are we going to live together? That's clearly what she wants.
That's clearly all she wants. And then I get really philosophical here. Oh my goodness. Look at this. You ready?
Yep.
Yeah, but what is like living together? Like, what does an apartment mean? You know what I'm saying?
Seriously? Do you love me?
Look, I'm not a guy who's into labels, Rachel. You knew that getting in.
Answer the effing question.
Oh my goodness. I don't think we need to talk about this up here with some random guy over there. Look, they know he's there.
He's just sitting on his phone. He doesn't care. Answer my question. He lights another cigarette.
I'm not talking about love on a roof in Brooklyn.
Now my head is in my hands, and I'm awaiting the answer about love.
Oh, boy, my phone is going off right now. Apparently, my phone is blowing up with texts, and I silence it immediately.
She goes, I can't do this. You're a waste of my time.
Okay, I don't know what just happened to me, but I just go...
I got hungry.
Are we getting pizza or what? I don't mean to change the subject, but are we?
She says, why don't you get pizza with someone from work?
Ooh, I like
That's
that.
a burn.
That's good. Stop.
Seriously, this is embarrassing. I'm done. She walks away.
Oh, so what does this mean?
It means whatever. I'm tired. She disappears around into the corner. He puffs his cigarette and turns to the Manhattan skyline. She's gone. He pulls out his phone and starts texting. That's it. Looks like everything is done here. Thanks for following. Roof breakup. That is classic. What a great use of social media.
Yeah, no, well done by Mr. Kyle Ayers.
Yes.
Quick question.
Uh-huh.
What just happened to us?
We broke up on the air.
But
This leads to a discussion. I want to talk about breakups.
All right, good.
I want to talk about how you've broken up, how you've been broken up with. I want to break down of the breakups.
we've all
because
been broken
let's
hearted.
rate that one. That was awful.
That I don't know what happened. I don't know if they broke up or if they just wanted half pepperoni and that was the issue.
They couldn't decide on
They
their
couldn't
pizza
decide
order.
anchovies, pepperoni. That breakup sucked. If
Let
that
me
was
tell
the-
you, I want to ask you about breakups always in person. What about on the phone? What about texting?
I wish I could say that they've always been in person.
But they haven't. Are they always, have they ever been over text?
No,
Okay.
nor email,
Oh my God.
nor carrier
I didn't
pigeon.
even consider email, snail mail. So sometimes you'll call a girl.
Sometimes no. Let's nip this in the bud right now. Kenny is not one who has a lot of girlfriends.
Okay.
So there's only a few stories to go around.
Good. We'll keep it short then.
Yeah. So let's don't say.
Keep it brief.
Sometimes you call up a girl. No.
Okay.
It would every relationship I've been in has been longish. I
Okay.
think the shortest one was 3 months, but she was a rebound girl.
Okay.
I'm not proud of it.
That's necessary sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so the first one.
Have you always broken up
Yes,
with them? Oh,
yes.
you've never been dumped.
I've never been dumped.
Wow.
I'm kind of cool. when it
It's
comes to
gonna
that.
happen eventually.
Actually, I was dumped in 8th grade.
No, I'm talking about the ones that really
Yeah,
count.
the actual ones. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm the heartbreaker.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you've always. What is your line? Do you have like a go-to line? Like, it's not you, it's me, or
Well, yeah.
what's your line?
I use that line a lot.
Ladies, listen up. What is
I
it?
use that line a lot. The "it's not you, it's me," because it really is. I mean, I'm not gonna.
You're
I
a
mean,
cliche.
I am, and I am so movie cliche
Mm-hmm.
that at the end of the breakup, I always give a hug and a kiss on the cheek,
Oh boy.
and I walk away.
Okay.
And it's so like if it was raining a little bit, or
Oh my
if like I was
gosh.
in like a tuxedo or something.
Have you ever cried
I cry after.
in the solace of your own home?
Yeah, I cry a lot. I cry a lot about a lot of things. So I'm a very cryable man.
Emotionable person. Emotionable.
Emotionable. I don't know if that's a thing. But yeah, no. So I've only cried for one of the breakups.
Okay. So you have a signature line.
Yes.
Never over text message. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I did it once over the phone, but I had no other choice.
Right.
She was in Maryland. I was in New York. I had no other choice.
Right.
It had to be done that way.
And you've never been dumped. Now that's interesting.
Now, I have a hard time, and this is just me being a man, but I have a hard time believing that you've been dumped before.
Yeah.
Really?
I was dumped in 6th grade.
Okay. What did we say? By
No,
who?
but
What
you
was
know
his
what?
name?
I
Zach Thomas.
cannot release his name on the air.
Come on.
But I will never forget it. I remember exactly what had happened.
What'd
I
he
think
do?
I had just taken a shower. I got out of the shower. I had my little flip phone, and I was like, "Oh my God, he called. I gotta call him back."
Oh.
So I call him back, and he broke up with me.
In the morning?
No, it was at night.
Oh.
And he said, I just don't want a girlfriend right now. I mean, this is 6th grade. People,
My
come on.
goodness.
But I
He
never
wanted to be
forgot
young,
it. I
wild, and
never
free.
forgot. And then the next week, he was dating somebody else.
Oh.
That hurt deep. Anyway, no, but other than that, I've had mutual breakups.
Yeah.
I've had ones that I've initiated.
Now, have you ever had a man who does this thing? Because I did this to Rebound Girl.
Okay.
You just stop. I just stopped.
You just put the brakes on?
No. I just stopped being a boyfriend until she broke up with me.
Oh. That's the worst kind. I think you should always be super upfront and honest.
And then I even had to
about
break up
your
with
feelings.
her. She
As
still wouldn't do
uncomfortable
it.
as it is, I always feel like I learned something
Okay.
from breakups.
That's fair.
And I say that after the fact. Like, you can think like, oh, why did I date that person? But then I said, you know what? I learned a lot about myself.
Yeah. You learn a lot about
from
who
the
you're not.
relationship and what you don't want.
Yeah.
So, I've had some that I'm over them real quickly, and others that were really, really tough.
That's fair.
And it's a process. It's not like the actual act of breaking up.
Yeah, it doesn't
Then
just
you
happen
go on
1,
with
2,
your
3.
life. I mean, there's
Right.
stages to it. Like you say, there's, different stages of mourning. Like, it really is. There's different stages. So
Right, because, it's the same thing as mourning, I would say. I think it's the same stages. You wake up on the day of, and you're like, okay, this
it's a
kinda
transition
stinks.
because you know what? You have that feeling of, well, you no longer have the right to know what's going on in that person's life anymore, which is just strange to go from
Right.
knowing everything about their life.
And to
not
having
knowing
somebody
anything.
that knows everything about your life.
Yeah.
To now having to foster that relationship with somebody else and
Right.
maybe text somebody at 3 in the morning and say I am hungry and I just want somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Like that kind
But
of
I
thing.
will say, relationships in this day and age are going to be so different because there's this constant communication all the time.
Right.
I was just talking to my friend about this. It was like, in a perfect world, you wouldn't text somebody all day long.
Right. You wouldn't have to.
If you want to know about their day, that night you have a 10,
Call
15-minute phone conversation with them. You connect, you find out what's going on. But nowadays, it's like you're talking constantly. There's no break. And that's when things get misconstrued.
I will say.
Truthfully. That's when
will
it's
say-
like, well, they were weird over text. I'm like, they probably weren't weird. It was just they were
They're just
doing
not
something
doing-
or
yeah,
this was
they weren't fully
going on.
engaged.
But we have these expectations because we're constantly in communication with other
I
people.
have a friend from home who is myself, and I have another friend from home who is a girl from home. And we've always kind of had this,
Yep.
kind of thing. Whatever. Timing was never right, boyfriend, girlfriend,
Yep.
The other night, I just called her.
Out of the
Like
blue.
you said, just give her a call.
That was my advice.
It was Allie's advice. And we talked on the phone for a while. It was nice.
How long's a while?
25, 30 minutes.
That's good.
Yeah, it was good. It was a nice conversation. We made plans to catch up over Thanksgiving. And that was last week. And then this week she called me. It was the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird. Like you say.
See,
like,
everyone says it's weird. It shouldn't be weird.
it's not weird. I like it. But like she would text me, during the week. Nothing like overly.
You're saying like too much. My mom's thinking that right now. I guarantee you, my mom's thinking, stop saying like so much.
I'm sorry.
That's her pet peeve. Continue.
She would text me during the week, and it wouldn't be obnoxious amounts. It would just be like normal, like, hey, what's up? And that, I didn't say
You
like.
said twice.
I did not. There's
Yes,
no
you
way.
did.
I'm going to count for myself now.
Okay.
And you're faking
You don't
it.
even catch it.
You're faking it. She would text me during the week, and it wouldn't be obnoxious amounts. She would just do it, and it would be normal, hey, what's up kind of things. And, it wouldn't go much farther than that. It would just be like, hey, what's up? Not much you. And then that'd be it. Did I say it?
Yes.
Holy crap.
It's a bad habit. You got to break.
What is this?
Okay.
I feel like I'm in a chamber.
we gotta get moving.
Anyway,
on this.
yeah. So I did the call thing, and it seems
And
to be
it
working.
works. I'm telling you, it's not groundbreaking. It's very.
It's groundbreaking.
It's not groundbreaking.
It's groundbreaking. I mean, geez, with the other woman that the issue was with way long ago, if I called her, it would have been weird.
There's certain girls. Okay, I want to go back to what you said about timing because timing
Mm.
is huge. You can have all the chemistry in the world with somebody, but if you don't have timing, it's not going to work out. And that's a big lesson and a hard pill to swallow,
Yeah.
but ultimately something that you figure out. right
it's
now.
not even a pill. It's like cough syrup. It's gross.
Yeah.
It stinks. And there's
It
nothing you
does.
can do about it.
But again, back to what I was saying before, you have your whole life ahead of you.
And maybe it
There's
lines
a
up.
million people you have yet to meet.
And maybe timing lines up. And you gotta even think, and I think you touched on it before. You're 22.
Mm-hmm.
Odds are you're not gonna die before you're 80.
Mm-hmm.
You've got at least 60 years.
You've got, this is maybe a depressing thought, you've got tons of breakups ahead of you to go through.
Tons of jobs, to
But
get fired from.
it's all part of it. I've always said I don't want to know how my life's going to end up. I don't want to know who I'm going to end up with right now. It kind of takes the fun out of it. You should just want to meet as many people as possible and experience as many different kinds of relationships as possible.
My question
That
for
is
you.
my wish.
My question for you.
Yep.
And this is always an issue when it's in the beginning stages of boy and girl and they're talking.
Okay.
Is do you know what you want though?
Are you asking for this maybe budding thing that's going on with you?
No, I'm asking. Do you know what you want?
Do you know what you want?
If you were talking to a boy named Zach, I'm gonna call him Zach.
Okay.
If you were talking to Zach, and Zach liked you, Zach was ready for a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready. He thinks that maybe Allie is Zach and Allie forever. Could be a movie.
You can't come on too strongly.
Well,
You really
I'm not
can't.
saying that he's coming on too strongly, but
Right.
you guys have been dating
There's
for a
period
while.
of time where you're figuring it out.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I like this guy, but you're figuring it out. And sometimes it's going to just fizzle and say, no, that really wasn't right. And then other times
Right.
it really surprises you. So, yeah.
So do you know, though, would you be able to find out for yourself in that kind of relationship that this is what you want
Yes.
forever?
If you're very, very honest with yourself and your feelings. Because you can lie to yourself. You can say, this is really convenient or this is really comfortable and that's why I want to be in this. But at the end of the day, you know deep down if it's right or if it's not right. And I've gone through stuff like that. So I think the best advice I can give myself is that if you are perfectly comfortable with yourself and being alone, you have to be fine on your own. That's when the best things come into your life. Because I've experienced that too. I say to myself, I'm good. I'm enjoying whatever stage I'm in right now. And then somebody comes along and it really surprises you. If you go out there and say, I want a boyfriend or I want
Right.
to be single, you can't say either of those things. You just need to be happy
You just need to be yourself.
in the exact moment that you're in.
Couldn't agree more.
And things will come along or they won't. I mean, there's this saying that God tests you either by giving you nothing or everything all at the same time. So you can either have nothing going on or you feel like it's just desolate and hopeless, or everything happens at the same time, and that's another
right
situation.
Right,
So,
right now I think I know I'm in the desolate and hopeless state. So we'll see. Hopefully everything
everything happens at the same time.
Everything happens at the same time.
You just gotta let it happen and see.
Question.
The theme. Answer.
Daily double?
What?
That's how the Jeopardy goes.
Oh, sorry.
Wow, Allie.
I missed that.
Anyway, silly. I'd like to buy a vowel. Name the show.
Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune!
Oh my goodness.
Sorry.
Okay. Sorry. No more. Deal or no deal.
Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. So I went out this weekend to comedy club, and
Love comedy clubs.
And I was talking to a nice girl there, and I was asking her, we were just talking about this and that, and I was very upfront with her, and I might have had a little courage help. And
In the liquid form?
No. I'm underage.
Okay.
And I was very upfront with her, and, it'll sound mean when I first say it.
Okay.
Okay, just bear with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her and said, I would buy you apple juice. But I know that you are only talking to me, so I would buy you apple juice. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay,
What?
see, two things. One, why are you okay with that? And two, just don't admit it if somebody says that to you. And then we had this entire conversation about how everybody there is A, either there to get juice, or B, there to buy juice for the getter.
Can we be more direct?
No.
Nobody's
we can't.
listening to this show that cares.
It's recorded.
Okay. Well, I can speak about it because I'm 22 now.
There you go. So what happens?
Do I go to a
so
bar
if
hoping that a guy's going to buy me a drink?
If a man came up to you in a bar and his name was Lenny, and he was talking to you for a while, and you were talking back, and you guys weren't like, you'd never met each other before.
Mm-hmm. I actually don't like when guys buy me drinks.
Really?
Because then you're obligated for how long to sit and talk to them.
Well, are you? Because this woman was.
I would never just take a drink and go. I would.
Well, that's happened before.
Have a conversation.
Everybody,
well, that's just rude.
It's not new.
I think it should happen like this. If you're having a conversation with somebody and it's going well and your drink then runs out, then have them buy you a drink. Don't immediately. I would not want someone to immediately walk up to me and say, can I buy you a drink? I don't know them yet. I don't know if I want to sit and talk to them for the next 15 minutes or however long it's going to take
Now,
me.
is that overconfidence?
But I've heard the rule is you're only obligated to sit there with them for as long as that drink lasts.
Yeah, so might as well just take a shot.
And then and then you're no longer, it's not like I have to spend the rest of the night with them, and I think guys know that too.
Right. No, I think we know that, but I think we know that you're there for as long as the drink is there. And maybe we're not all mean, and we would like to just talk to you for a little bit.
Do you think there's guys out there that strictly just want conversation when they buy a girl a drink at a bar?
Yes.
I would believe that. I'm optimistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
We do. We just, because the reason we go to those places is not to say, okay, because if you go to a bar, that's not close to campus,
Okay.
or close to where you live, or even it is close to where you live, odds are any man is smart enough to know that he's not going to be able to persuade you to come home with him and sleep in his dorm room with 9 other men.
Oh my God.
In, you know what I mean? Odds are that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And I think he knows that, and I think you know that, and I don't think anybody's nervous about it. But I think the point of the beginning conversation is to say, I'm a nice man. I'm going to buy you this drink because you're a fragile, frail woman and you need men to provide for you.
I don't like that.
I'm just saying that's how men think.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to buy you this drink, and we're going to talk, and we're going to hit it off, and we're going to have a great time. And then I'm going to get your number, and I'm going to text you tomorrow, and I'm going to ask you out to dinner.
That's the correct way to do it, sure. Absolutely.
But why do women not expect that?
What do you mean?
Why do they think that we think that it's straight to the bedroom?
I don't think all women think that. What other answer do you want from me?
I don't know.
That's
I want a
wrong.
different one. I don't know. It's just in my experience, they.
You're attracting the wrong type of girl, Kenny. Or you're going up to the wrong type of girl then.
I'm attracting no women. So you're right.
Okay, something about that seat, because I remember that day I sat there and said,
no, it really just makes you depressed.
I've got
this
nothing going on.
I've got nothing. I know,
There's
and
all
I'm
different
not
kinds
upset
of girls
about
out there, and there's all different kinds of guys out there. So
It's true.
maybe you're attracting, or you're approaching the wrong kind of girl that's after one thing.
I don't know. The thing that bothered me is that she acknowledged that most women are there to get free drinks.
Wow.
Most women talk to men just to get free drinks.
Maybe that's true for some people.
Silly Lenny. Zach.
This has been all about dating and relationships again.
What else is new?
But it's kind of something that's a big part of our lives. It's a big part of the college scene.
And I do have another question for you, and it's getting late, so I don't want you to be late.
Am I your therapist? Like, what am I? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, sure you are. Now, my question for you is, as a 22-year-old female who, is graduating college, are you nervous?
For?
Like the relationship thing?
You know what? I have this conversation all the time with my friends. I want to know what the dating scene is
right after
college. Because it's got to be different. It just has to be, right?
I mean, we're in a fishbowl here.
Yeah. No. And this is my point. I hope that the dating scene is... There's too many expectations being on a college campus where you're going to see people again that you maybe go... Why can't you go to dinner with somebody once, go to dinner with them maybe even twice, and just both of you agree it's not really going anywhere?
Right.
You can't do that here.
Well, you're
It's
not
like
allowed to
people
ask
get-
people to dinner here either. That's a new rule
it's
that
not
I've
real
learned.
dating. The college dating scene is not real life.
Yeah, you're not allowed to do it.
dating.
Apparently, it's wrong.
But you know what? High school dating scene was different than college dating scene. So I think
Was
at
it?
each stage of
Oh,
life,
yeah, just less freedom,
absolutely,
yeah, that kind of thing.
you just go and all hang out together with all of your friends. So
I wish it was still that.
do you?
Yeah, so much easier.
I think it is different once you leave. You just date around. Why can you date multiple people at the same time if you're going
Yes.
on dates with a couple different people?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
So yes, am I nervous? No, I'm actually excited for it because I'm
Good.
pretty over the college dating scene.
Yeah.
And you're right, especially on a small college campus.
Yeah.
You see people,
Right.
and it shouldn't be uncomfortable, but it is uncomfortable.
And I think we see people and we lower ourselves to them. Because we say, okay, this is it. My last hope.
Have you heard that saying where there's Iona hot, and then there's real world hot.
Yes.
I mean, if you
and it's true. It is.
got a small selection to pick from, the cutest guy
Yep.
might not be the cutest guy in a real world bar.
Time out. Are you saying I'm not even Iona hot? Because you have put yourself in a corner.
I did not back myself in a corner. I was speaking generally.
Uh-huh.
You agree that you have heard this before, this saying. It's true.
Yes, no, it is true.
It's got to be a small college campus.
It's got to be a thing, because I can't imagine somebody in Syracuse struggling to,
I mean, you don't see the same people
right,
walking around.
like seeing
that
the
you
same
there.
person over and over and saying, oh, gosh, enough Molly.
Okay.
I got cool names on the head today.
Yeah.
Zach and Lenny and Molly.
So, to answer your question, I do think there's a difference in dating scenes.
And do you think, I like these questions, this is fun. Coworkers, are you more apt to date your coworkers?
Don't date coworkers.
Are you more apt to do it, though? Because they're there. And then there's office hot and real world hot.
I would say dating coworkers is a no-no.
Why?
It's messy. You don't mix family and business. You shouldn't mix work and pleasure. I mean, I don't think it mixes.
What if you get, like, kind of coworkers?
I think starting out, especially for what we want to do, the last thing you want is anything but a squeaky clean reputation. Don't give anyone any reason to say or think anything. Keep your private life and your work life completely separate.
I'm with you.
I'm not saying that that's what everybody does, and it happens, and it works out for some people, but starting out at 22 or 23, I think I'm going to stray completely away from that.
Good. Good for you. You're a strong woman.
Put that on the record.
It's recording, so it's on the record.
Okay.
Okay, you have 2 minutes before you need to leave.
I think I'm going to stay the whole time. I'll go to class.
Whoa!
Because I was a few minutes late, and I think you gave everybody their share of sports last time.
I did. No more.
So
Please
let's take a break, and we'll talk about Thanksgiving next, because it's our last show before Thanksgiving.
Yes, it is. I got to find a song now. I was not prepared.
It wasn't keyed up?
It wasn't. Let's do another Christmas song, because...
Why not?
I love it. Let's do Blue Christmas. Ooh.
That's a good one.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue or snowflakes are falling, that's when those blue memories start calling. Hey. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, and I have a blue Christmas. Oh, let's go. All right, J-Man, let's go, Jay. And when those blue snowflakes start falling, well, that's when those blue old memories smile. Yes, I'll have a blue
It's Thanksgiving.
Next week.
It's here.
It is.
We
upon
are
us.
8 days away. Who's coming over? You go out? What do? Is it the Madonna house?
Every year it has been the Madonna house for a
Wow.
long time, but we are not cooking this.
Whoa!
We are going up to our club, our golf club, and we're having dinner up there.
Wow.
Very
Fancy.
low key.
Oh, that's low key?
Well, just there's not going to be the whole Wednesday prep day of cooking and all
okay.
the casseroles. I mean, it's just going to be small up at the club, and I'm okay with that. I mean, I certainly have dishes that I love to eat, but
Madonna's up
it'll
at the
be
club.
fine. And then that morning, my mom and I are running in the turkey trot.
No way.
Yep.
You're not shopping?
Thanksgiving Day?
Well, I mean, some people start on Thanksgiving
No,
Day.
I did the Black Friday shopping last year. I don't think I'll
You
go
doing
this
it?
year.
You gonna wait for Cyber Monday? Is that your deal
Ooh, maybe
spot?
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's my deal
Cyber
spot.
Monday.
Cyber Monday's my deal spot.
Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll be back here. But no, this time next week, I will be home. I'm going home Monday night.
Proud of you.
I'm getting all my errands out of the way Tuesday, haircut, dentist, everything, and just
boom,
going to
boom.
enjoy my time at home
Wow.
with my family.
Look at you. Proud of you.
What is your plans? What are your plans?
Well, it's been at the Reichman house for 7 or 8 years now.
Wow.
It used to be up in Binghamton, but then people started to get really annoyed with that drive.
Yeah.
So now it's at the Reichman house, and it's been there for a while. It'll be there again this year. We got the turkey on the...
How do you do your turkey? Do you bake it? What do you do?
it goes right in the oven.
Okay,
with-
see, we fry ours sometimes.
Really?
Yeah,
you guys
can
are cool.
deep fry
I can
a
imagine
turkey.
the Madonnas with the metal garbage can.
The deep fryer. I mean, it's delicious when
Is
you
it?
deep fry a turkey.
I feel like you guys probably have lit your house on fire a few times.
No.
Proud of you.
And what are your favorite dishes? What are your staple go-to?
I love stuffing.
You're a stuffing
I just
person?
love stuffing.
I'm one of the casserole people.
Ew, hate
I love
casserole.
the sweet potato casserole, the
All right,
green
all right.
bean casserole, and my favorite, and let me just tell everyone about it. My family who's listening knows what's coming, is the pineapple casserole.
Ew.
Oh, okay.
That
The
sounds
ingredients
terrible.
on their own sound so weird, but when you
Yeah.
put them together and bake it, this is a side dish, but it could also be a dessert. Sometimes I eat it for breakfast.
Okay, Allie.
Okay, it's
Something's wrong with you.
diced pineapples, brown sugar,
Uh-huh.
cheddar cheese.
Ew.
You mix it all together, and you lay it out in the casserole, and you got
It's
the
like
pineapple
mush.
juice, and then you crumble Ritz crackers on top, and you bake it in the oven until they're brown.
Who made
And
this? Who
crispy.
decided this was a thing to
Did
make?
this come from my grandmother, or it was maybe a recipe that my
Did she
grandmother
screw-
saw?
I think she screwed it up.
No, I'm telling you, it is so delicious, and anyone that tries it is hesitant at first, and then they're
I don't like pineapples.
totally transformed. Well, I didn't used to like pineapples.
I don't like the texture of them. They've
I
got
mean,
the string.
it is so delicious, and I think I'm gonna have to ask, or maybe I'll just make it myself, just a small little dish, because we're going out. We're not gonna be there, but I need to eat the pineapple casserole.
That sounds gross.
So
Pineapple
delicious.
casserole.
I hope
A cheddar
sharp
cheese.
cheddar.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, it is so good. That is my staple.
There's something
go-to.
wrong with your taste buds.
No, it's delicious, and I might bring some back and make you try it,
Well,
or I can
hope
make it
you
up
do.
here. I know how to
Well,
make
yeah,
it.
we'll do a lunch hour from the kitchen,
Oh, that would be good.
and we'll make
I'm
casserole.
a rather good cook, I have to
Are
say.
you?
I love cooking.
I
Cooking.
am an astonishing pasta cook.
What,
and
like,
that's about it.
what's your thing that you do? What is it called? Ramen.
Yep.
That's the pasta you're talking about?
Well, I'm good at ramen, but I'm better at just normal penne.
Okay.
Put a little water in a pot, do a little boil,
Gotcha.
throw some salt in there.
All right, well, there is no pasta at a Thanksgiving.
Well, you're right, but I didn't think there was a pineapple casserole either.
My mouth is watering thinking
Oh,
about it.
you
It's
are
so
weird.
good.
Oh, I
And
love
then
a good
what about
glazed carrot, though.
Thanksgiving
That's-
dessert? Do you like pies?
pie.
Pumpkin pie?
Pumpkin pie.
Yeah.
That's not even a question.
I'm a fan of the pumpkin pie. Actually, my dad makes
Pineapple pie.
pumpkin soup. It's our tradition the day before Thanksgiving.
Is he still going to do it?
He said he is.
All right.
for day before. He just boils this big pot of pumpkin soup. It's spicy. I don't really like it, but
Is it
everybody
like
else
a
does.
pumpkin latte, but minus the coffee?
No, it's definitely soup.
More soupish?
More of a meal.
Huh.
So that's our Thanksgiving.
I'm excited.
All right, well, we will not be here next week.
Well, I know. We'll be back. When is it? December.
Actually, next Wednesday will be Pumpkin Soup Day.
Pumpkin Soup
That's why
Day.
I won't be.
We'll tweet about it.
I will.
We will.
So we'll be off next week, and then we'll be back
And we'll be
at
back. I don't
for
remember
not
what
much
date it
longer.
is.
We don't have that many more weeks
I know,
left
and then
in
we're
the
going to have a
semester.
new time for the lunch hour.
We'll have to discuss that.
Yeah.
But we will be back next semester.
Yeah, of course we will.
All right, so signing off for our last lunch hour before the holiday.
Yes, we are. It is Wednesday, November 23rd. It is 2 o'clock.
It's
not
not
3
the
o'clock.
23rd.
It's the 20th. What am I doing? Saturday's the 23rd, right?
You need to get yourself together.
I'm
and
having
put
a
some
bad
pants
day.
on because it's 45
cold.
degrees outside.
Watch yourself, Allie.
Have a good day, everybody.
It's Wednesday, November 20th. It's 2:01. This is the lunch hour with Kenny and Allie. We'll see you next week.
That was the lunch hour.
We will not see you next week. We will see you in 2 weeks when the lunch hour returns once again. Kenny Reichman, Allie Madano. We'll see you then. Have a good Thanksgiving, everybody.